Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we're back for another Prox guide of Phantom Hourglass. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we had to go and do some side stuff such as finding the shovel, Edo's cannon, and getting with the specialized slate from the Golden Chief leader over at the Uncharted Island. Now, that Uncharted Island does actually have the golden frogs that are over there, and since we already seen some of the different golden frogs so far, there is going to be 6 in total from the ocean that we have to go and find. These will actually have different symbols that we can go and sketch on into with our said slate, and we can actually head on over to some of the previous areas from our seed chart from before. Now, since we are of course going to be over at our way of the Isle of Gust, and there is going to be the Temple of Wind here, there is going to be a set upgrade for a link known as the bomb bags that we are going to be able to go and use at some point for the boss, and also be able to go return back to some of the other previous areas that we have done some exploration before, and finally be able to go and head over to some of the breakable walls. Now we're in some of those other said places that we could have ever done from. I know that there was said type of places like over at the Ocean of the Temple King that was somewhere around over there we could be able to use the bomb bags for, and be able to go and search for some other different hidden goodies around within that way, and plenty of other different places as well too. Now, around over here in the Isle of Gust, there is going to be the old Wayfarer's hidden location here, and this is where we can actually be able to get ourselves with another said spirit gem along within our time, and not only that, but there is going to be somewhat of a mapping area where if you haven't really went and spotted out with the said hidden areas throughout the Northwestern Sea, you can actually go and sketch them out here if you wanted to, and then you can go and check them out later. But we already went and already seen 2 of the different hidden places so far, since we already went and crossed through one just to go and head off over to there, and then we also just saw one while we were just kind of just doing our little running around within the Northwestern Sea, which I believe that is Zaus Island. I believe somewhat of that name there. But however, since we already went and got ourselves with another type of spirit gem, just make sure that you at least collect around like 10 of them for each of the different spirit gems as we get through most of them there, because at some point we will have to go and reach all the way over towards to a place known as the Spirit Island, which then that will give us some great power-ups for our said different fairies, and you will be overpowered when you go and actually have all the different spirit gems in place for all the different fairies that you have. So let's go and head all the way towards directly into Bandit Island for an optional item that we can go and pick up for Link, and I don't know if I already want to state it before, but there is a fishing rod that we have to go and grab for him. Now, mind you, you don't really actually have to go and pick up with this said fishing rod. You could actually just leave this out and not really go and do anything with it. But if you're like me and try to find all the different heart pieces and heart containers, grabbing this type of said fishing rod is going to be a must for it. Now, while we are here over at the old Wayfarer's place, he will actually have to go and tell us that there's going to be a mythological creature somewhere around over here. And that is going to have to be for the mermaid. Now, even though, mind you, it's not really an actual said mermaid, it's just some sort of woman in a costume, which I guess the old Wayfarer just must probably thinking that he has so many different mythological beings out here that that he's getting himself a little bit too too much consumed through other different type of things that are going on. But really, it's just a girl in a costume, and basically she will be kind of just chilling over here in the old Wayfarer's house at some point anyways. And at some point we will be able to get the fishing rod and also get an upgraded lure at some point. But that's when you go and do some more so of the different fishing skills that will be here. Now we are going to be doing Persona 4 if you guys haven't what it saw so far. Those are just for a different like type of social linking, other things that are happening. Nothing really too much special going on with Persona 4 yet. I know that there's going to be an exam that's going to be happening pretty soon within the game, but that's basically about it. Now, to go and interact with this said type of mermaid, you will have to go and whack her on the side of the head with the boomerang there, even though that she will be saying that, hey, I'm not an actual mermaid. But I'm just a woman in a costume all dressed up here. Now, we are going to have to go and speak back over to the old Wayfarer, which then he'll be talking about another said older gentleman, which I believe that type of other older gentleman is going to have to be with Linebeck, though. And Linebeck is going to give off his type of talking points that he's also seen the mermaid as well, too. And apparently he's interacted with her and all that other stuff that's been going on. So let's just go and race all the way back over here to the old Wayfarer's house as we go. And let's see what's going to happen. Now, unfortunately, she's not directly into the pool yet, but we will have to see that afterwards. And now, while we go and return all the way back to the actual said Isle of Gust pretty soon, we have to be on the lookout for different said windmills. And there's going to be, I think, at least like 3 special type of windmills that we'll have to open up to access the actual said temple. And we are going to have to go and use our mic-related skills to blow through all those said type of windmills there. And now, mind you, I think there's going to be like a total of like 6 of them or something of that type of nature, but you only just need to blow the certain amount of 3 of them, which there is going to be a said map that will guide you to exactly know which one that you're going to have to blow on across. But for right now, we're just going to kind of finish off the last bit here in Abandoned Island. And we are going to be learning about how the fishing rod mini game is going to be working around. And mind you, the fishing minigame is actually pretty cool. So it kind of works in a little bit in a way of like how like Twilight Princess kind of works. It's just that you want to make sure that you at least go into the opposite direction of trying to grab out the fish. And if you are in like in the green somewhat, you just have to try to make like little mini circles to try to reel him back in. Now, we are going to be finding one of the many of the common type of fishes, so it's not going to be something like of like an uncommon type of fish to go and find, but it's going to be a nice little bit of a good tutorial for later. And yeah, so we're just going to kind of keep that as a secret for right now, for exactly what the mermaid was telling us all about. So here we go. All we have to do now is just wait for the fish to go and show up on the smaller side of the screen here. And you should be able to at least see some sort of message that will be able to tell you to go and pull. And then that's when we want to go and try to at least start reeling this guy on in. So here we go. So as you guys go and see, there is like a meter that will be happening. And all we have to do now is just try to make sure that that meter starts decreasing as we go. And throughout the actual said part of this fishing mechanic, at some point you will get to see that the fish will start to be jumping up and down. And that's when you want to make sure that you don't actually go and try to pull on anything, because if you keep on doing that while the fish jumps, you could be into a running of a potential situation where you will have to snap the line, and that's not good. So yeah, so now we're going to actually have to use the strong wind to actually kind of glide us across into some of these different places as we go along here. And yes, we do have some of these mini blends. These are like basically the new enemies here of the said area. There will be other times that we will have to go and find like certain type of other different hidden rewards as well from these mini blends. And also too, not only that, but if you do want to go and search around for some of the different hidden type of little goodies that are here, you could actually find some really nice good rupees. And I know that we've only found like a little bit of different treasure charts so far, but we haven't really come across one while digging along yet. I know that we've been kind of finding them so far within different chests and everything. Now, this one right here with the mini blends, we will have to knock out everybody that's going to be here. And then that's when we can go and find like a whole bunch of like, well, another type of set of hidden treasure chest that's going to be around. So first one that we can go and do is actually find ourselves with a wisdom gem. I think that's like, I think the first of many that we have actually went and got ourselves across with. I know that we've seen one before in a mart, but we just never really went our way to buy one yet. So I'm pretty sure that that's like the last of the new of the spirit gems there. So here is a treasure map. So now we can actually be able to see what that's going to be all about later. Mind you, again, those type of treasure charts will actually give us different customized upgrade ship parts or any type of specialized item to go and do some trading with at some point. So heading around over here, you should be able to go and find yourself with another type 100 rupes at some point around over this way. So just try to line it up. I know that this wind is going to be very ferocious out here, and it's not going to be good. So just try to make sure that you dig it up as best as you can. There we go. And just like that, we got ourselves with an extra 100 rupes. Now, just remind yourself that at some point you will actually have to go and basically kind of re-dig up, or well, kind of like put all the dirt back to some of the different particular parts that we're going to be having to do around over here soon. Because, like, with some of these different type of air geysers that are here, some of them are going to be blocking some of our different directions. So we will have to kind of bury them up at some point. So just keep on going on ahead. Keep on moving down. Keep on knocking around with all the enemies as we see. So yeah, Celia's even going to kind of let us know about as well too. So there's going to be quite a bit of some of these are different type of air geyser things that are going to be around. Some of them are going to be useful. Some of them are not going to be as useful. Like there's going to be one right all the way over here that will actually be somewhat useful. And that will give us another type of chest over here, and that will give us a power gem. Another one too. I think we should be getting almost close up to like maybe like 5 or 6 spirit or not, well, of the said type of spirit gems for the power side of things. So now, since we're all the way over here, now we just have to go and just bury up this guy, and I think that's about it. And then we could just keep on moving on ahead. Now, there will be some other ones that we will also have to kind of bury up as well, too, in the process. Such as, for example, within those type of air geysers there. But for right now, let's just mark our different windmill blowing that we're going to have to do. And just kind of mark these on your map for a sec. And there's just only 3. So, and then we just go and just do one more round. There. And just like that, that should be able to take care of most of all of that. And now, what we're just going to have to go and do is just keep on heading across over here. And this is where things could get a little bit tricky. There is going to be some said new enemies that will be chilling around within that said sand. And this boiling is going to let us know that that this sand is going to be sensitive. And there is going to be some of those sandworms that are going to be here. And you don't really want to get eaten up by one, and they're just not fun at all when you do. And they will take like a big chunk of your hearts as well. So that's why it's always good to walk a little bit more slowly around within the said area. So here is one of the said special windmills that we have to go and blow on. I think I skipped out on one of them that you did miss out. But that's over on the far right hand side there. And then we want to go and head over here to this last guy. And then now, with all 3 of these said windmills now finally opened up, this will now take us right on over directly towards to the said actual temple now. And all that wind that was happening from the very beginning of this said way over here is now turned off. So, there we go. So, welcome to the Temple of Wind. And this area is relatively short, in a way. And mind you, it's nothing like compared to like how like the Temple of Fire was when we went through there, because I know there was like tons of like other different floors that was happening. But this one you can actually get done pretty relatively quickly if you know exactly what you're doing around over here. But for what all that we have to go and do right now is just that we have to go and take one of these said type of bombs over here and just basically throw it right into the middle. I know that there will be another type of segment at some point later on down the road where we will have to actually go and do like 2 different bombs at once. But that's mainly more so when we do get the actual said bomb upgrade for our way out there. So just place one bomb there, and now we got ourselves with some different bridges that are opened up. So now we can go and walk along through there for the time being. And there we go. Now we could just keep on moving on ahead over here, and this is where we're going to have to push along within this type of block. Now at some point, there's going to be one of these type of switches that's going to turn off that other said one that's going to be there for right now. And we're just going to block that with the... well, not really block it, but just kind of move along with the block over there. And let's keep on heading straight down over this way. And yeah, there's going to be a few more enemies as we go along. There is going to be a door that we can also open up as well. And this will actually now take us to a detour side, so we can actually go and head back from the beginning if we need to, but we don't really need to do that right away. Yeah, we do actually have to go and reach all the way up top to where that other said air pressure type of part is there. Don't really want to get ourselves blown away from that, so we'll just have to be on a little bit careful from it. Yeah, so just keep on walking past all those air geysers. Just make sure that you don't like completely trip over that like what I just did there. But we do actually have a little bit of another gauntlet battle though. We're going to be seeing this from time to time as well too. But this one shouldn't be all that too bad. It's just some ropes. Nothing really all that too special. So now we just need to just go and head through that type of specialized door there. And it will make us continue onwards through this way. And there's a lot of different rupees. Look at all this. Rupee galore. Yeah, and as you guys are going to be seeing probably by the end of this episode, we're going to have a whole heck of a lot of rupees. And I think I know exactly what we're going to probably do within those said rupees that we're going to be adding on into for what we're going to be collecting with. Because I wouldn't mind actually getting myself a power gem at some point. So here is one of these specialized boyoings. I don't know if we ever went and interacted with some of these guys before, but if you ever do need to go and interact with them, they will ask you for 20 rupees, and then they will give you an actual said location spot for where some of these different treasures are going to be. All you really do need to do is just mark it on your map, and then just figure out that there's a chest that's located up there. So there we go. So we already are all go ahead at this point in time, so we're good. Alright, so now what we're going to have to do is push this air type of pressure unit right down here. And take us all the way directly into this spot and lead us right on over to another said door for another detour spot as well. So all that we do is just have to head down the stairs here. And this is where we're going to get into our gauntlet battle. Now this one in particular is going to be a little bit of an interesting one because this is where we're going to be finding some of these different type of rock chews. Now these guys are going to be kind of like immobilized into some of these type of rocks here, and then we'll just have to just throw up a bomb at them or a bomb at them and then just kind of blow them up. I don't know why I said bomb. We're not playing Mario out here, even though that does have a little bit of Mario stuff to it, but not really. But let's just go and head down through here. And now we're just going to just do a little bit of our different enemy battles as we go along. Now this part in particular is that you do want to push that block and actually head into the middle area, because that's going to be leading us to another specialized part there. This chest, however, will give us another type of trading part of different type of said things there. We don't really need to go and worry about that for right now, but yeah, there's a chest right there that will give us another type of specialized spirit gem. So we will have to go and pick that up soon. Alright, so just make sure that you put it into the middle, not too far away there, Prox. Just need to line it up. There we go. And then just move it right over here. So nice. But we will actually have to go and head back the other way, just so that we can at least reach all the way over to there again later. But there we go. Got ourselves a courage gem once again. Add that to the collection. And here we are, going through the middle part. So now, with that being said in mind, we just have to go down the stairs. And this is where the fun is going to start being a little bit more annoying here. Currently, what we're going to have to do for this one is that there's going to be a whole bunch of sandworms in this location. And this is where you want to be super quiet as best as you can, because this is where you could actually run yourself into a potential game over if you're not going to be too careful enough on just walking around. Now, there's going to be set a different type of specialized areas for some of these different air geysers here, and we're going to have to turn on some of these different torches for that. Now, there's going to be a map right here that will let us know what the different type of special all these pillars of wind are going to be. So, all that we're going to have to do is just put an X of all of these different places here. And there's even going to be one spot that's just going to be somewhat located right next to the bombable wall where the boss key is going to be. So we'll have to remind ourselves about those as well, too. So there we go, guys. So with our power gem, another added one to it. So come across over here. That's going to light up another torch. And then we just have one more that we just kind of have to walk around where the bombable wall is. And that should turn on that torch as well. And here's another one. So there we go. So we got all of them that we do need, and that's all done. And now we can go and head into the 2 different rooms that are now open. One of them will lead us to the actual bomb bag place, so that should be right around over here. I think just almost about soon. Now we will have to do a little bit of some more air pressure moving around with. This should be the last type of time for it. Yeah, so this type of boiling is going to be letting us know that there's no chest on this type of floor. All of it's all been done here. So yeah, so all we have to do now is just push that guy and move it all the way directly towards to that spot. So now we got one part of the fan moving, heading all the way up into this part here. This is where another one of the said movable places are going to be. And now we should at least be able to get both these 2 fans now all said and done here. So there we go. And that will now drop down a key. And then that will at least take us right to the said door that was where all those sandworms are at. So there we go. And now, with that being said in mind, heading down over towards this way, and we got the bomb bags. So now we can actually have them in our inventory. So, very cool. Alright, so now let's go and blow up through this area here. This will now take us right on over to the boss key. Well, almost close to the boss key, but just have to go through a little bit of some other side stuff here first. So yeah, so now we actually get to go and use what the bombs are going to be meant for when we have to go and put some of these different bombs into the air geysers, just so that we can blow up the set of other different type of rocks that are around. So it looks like we're going to have to do one that's going to be right over here. And it's going to light up on a whole bunch of different bombs here. And now that's got it all turned on. Another door is opened up. And we have to make sure that we make a run all the way down towards to that, or else it will get turned off. There's going to be a little bit of a secret hidden type of wall to get blown down. And there we go. Just like that, we can move on ahead. So just have to watch out for all the different chews as we go along. Open up through that door. And this should take us to, I think, just around the last bit of the roofs that are here. Yeah, now all we have to do now is just go and run all the way over directly into this way. And this is where we're going to have to put both of our bombs to the test here. And be able to open up with that said door. So, yeah, unfortunately, the boomerang is not going to really work. It can only work on one type of spot. So we are going to have to throw one bomb over there, another bomb over there, and there we go. Door is now opened. And just like that, we should at least have the boss key. And now we just have to go and just head all the way down towards into this area here. And just have to toss out one of the bombs, of course, and blow up the different areas for that. And just throw onto the boss key there. And there we go. And now the boss is going to be waiting for us in just a little bit. So let's walk on into it. And just as a reminder, just like how the previous temple was from before, is that we do want to make sure that that if you do actually want to head back to some of the different places to at least get yourself with a red potion, you can go and feel free to go ahead and do so. There is a blue exit way out here. But again, we don't really need to worry about that at all too much. And let's go. And as you guys go see, there's a lot of different cyclones here, but yes, we got ourselves with Psylocke. The wind elemental octo that's going to be around over here. And if you ever do see his shadow and it's kind of like looming around with some of the different cyclones, then you want to immediately throw it and try to hit him immediately there. Sometimes he will kind of do his little flying attack as well, but again, this guy is basically somewhat relatively simple. He does get a little bit faster as time goes on, but again, it's really not that too hard to go and try to do this battle here. Yeah, just be careful that you don't get yourself hit by the old cyclone itself, but let's just throw it at the right correct space. Oh, completely missed it. Oh, geez. Again, he's just going to keep on hurting us. So now, we'll just have to just wait for the right correct moment. And as well, too, if you do decide that you do start running out on different type of vases and other things that are going to be here, you will actually have to go and use the ball flowers at this point in time. But let's just go and just throw it right around. Maybe there? Nope. Close. But no cigar. But there we go. Now we got him. Now that went and put it into Psylocke there. So see you later, buddy. Now he's going to go and get himself turned into sand. And then that will give us an additional extra 2 more minutes to the Phantom Hourglass. Which that should at least help ourselves out a little bit better now. Now, mind you, in the next episode, we are going to have to return back to the Temple of the Ocean King and figure out exactly what's going to be happening from there. And we are going to be getting ourselves with a brand new fairy, which that is going to be known as Nary. But there we go. Phantom Hourglass has been upgraded again. 2 more minutes have been added. And there is the wisdom side of the symbol there. So that will give us the fairy. And with that being said, my guys, this is where I am going to go and, basically finish off with the set episode for today. See you guys in the next one for when we go and continue onwards with some more of what is going to happen with the Phantom Hourglass. And also, too, not only that, but make sure that you guys do go and check out on the Persona 4 Golden Let's Play, where we will be going and continue onwards with more on the set, other different stuff that is going to be happening within the social linking aspect from there. And I'm going to go and end it off. So see you guys then. And of course, peace.